Okay, hello, everyone. I am super excited to be here with you guys today. Today is the first day I'm going live on LinkedIn. I go live on Instagram all the time, and so I'm really excited to be joining this platform, hopefully to really add some value here with you all. So let's start off on a nice light note. The first thing I want to say is happy birthday to all the February babies. My birthday was February 2nd. So I want to make sure I acknowledge us in all of our grandeur. I think that this month for me has been really crazy because, right, it's my birthday, it's Valentine's Day, and then today is actually my partner's birthday. So it's really crazy. But it's a really exciting time, really grateful just for, another year of showing up and trying things out. So I'm super happy about that. So, guys, let's get started because you did not come here to hear me talk about my birthday or anything like that. You came here to hear more about what is that one leadership skill that's really going to take your brand to the next level. And so, first things first, let's do some introductions. My name is Gabriella, and I am a luxury brand strategist. Most people call me Gabby, and I really specialize in helping brands scale. And the main way I do that is through strategic planning. And so, right now, we're in the middle of February, which means that March is around the corner. In March, you should be doing your quarterly strategic check in, or you can really start to do your strategic plan for the upcoming year. And so it's really important that as we thank you, Brianna, I really appreciate it. It's really important that as we roll into this upcoming year, that we are focused, right? The thing about strategic planning is so many people get super excited about it in January, right? And then what happens is your strategic planning initiatives tend to fall off, right? You tend to get distracted, things tend to pop up. And so today I want to talk to you all about what's the one leadership skill every CEO needs to master in their business. What's the one thing that's going to really make a difference? And so the first thing I want to share with you all is what brought me here? What makes me feel like strategic planning is so important? Why has it been such a vital part of my business and my brand? And so, first things first, the biggest thing that drove me to this point was feeling like I was really not happy with my entrepreneurial lifestyle. And I say that to say, I think when I was younger, a lot of the mindset around entrepreneurship is not what it is today, right? I think there's so much emphasis now on balance and on focus and on mental health awareness that we really have a good holistic picture of what strategic planning needs to look like, what it needs to be. Now, now we're in this place where we're realizing like I don't want to live a crazy lifestyle. A lot of times we leave our 9 to 5 to live a better lifestyle. And so as a CEO of your business, it's really your responsibility to create the kind of environment that is going to give you the lifestyle you wanted because you didn't leave what is most likely a crazy job or a crazy schedule to recreate that environment for yourself. And so, first things first, if you're in a place where you're like, you know what, I need something different, this isn't working for me anymore, we're going to talk about that today, right? What is it going to take for you to get out of that space? And the great thing about this is not only was I really able to create a space for myself, but I was actually able to triple my leads using this technique and also using this specific skill. So, what is the one leadership skill that we all need to master? And why is it so important? The one leadership skill every CEO needs to master is decision making. And I can say, with my experience as a management consultant, my experience in operations, the one thing I've found is that number one, leaders love people. Leaders are people. They will sacrifice themselves time and time again for their teams, for the people around them. And it's really amazing just to see the way leaders feel for their people and have a heart for their people. But at the same time, It's the very thing that keeps leaders from doing this one thing, which is making decisions. Leaders don't like always make decisions. And the reason is because they know that when you make a decision, you're going to have some pros and you're going to have some cons, right? And so as you really set yourself up for this year ahead, for the quarter ahead, for your quarterly strategic planning check in, which everyone should be doing in March, the first thing I want you to understand is that decision fatigue is real. Okay. Decision fatigue is real. What in the world is decision fatigue? So, what happens to most of us throughout every single day, right? You're going to feel this every day as an entrepreneur. By the end of the day, if someone asks you, what's for dinner, you're going to be like, food. Food. That's what's for dinner. Food is for dinner. Don't ask me any more questions. Because as a CEO, throughout the day, people are calling on you, asking you, what do I need to do this? Should we do this? Yes or no? How do you want us to do this? And so on and so forth. And so constantly people are asking you to make decisions, make decisions, make decisions. And this is part of the reason why when you look at people like Steve Jobs, that he wore the same outfit every day. I know a lot of executives that literally have like probably the closet of a cartoon character because they understand that your mental capacity is limited. It's not an unlimited source. And so decision fatigue is going to be what keeps you from making the best decisions. So think of it like this. When you're doing strategic planning, what you're doing is making a lot of decisions in advance so that you can focus on making the best in the moment decisions so that your brain power can be reserved for problem solving. And so that's why strategic planning is super, super important when it comes to decision fatigue, because as the CEO, if you make those decisions now, you won't have to be making them later. And a big piece that you have to remember, and I think this is what keeps a lot of people from strategic planning as well. What if the plans change? I just want you to make this mindset shift, right? That just because you make a plan does not mean you have to keep it. I don't know where we picked this up from. And I have some ideas, right? When we were kids, our parents said if you start something, you need to finish it. But when it comes to being a CEO and when it comes to strategic planning, and honestly, guys, when it comes to life, there's this really, really great book, and one of the things that he said is, you're never right, you're always less wrong. And I think when you think about things that way and you realize, hey, I was never right about my strategy for my business, I'm just always being less wrong today because I'm always getting new information. Remember that strategic planning changing is a part of the strategic planning process, meaning that what you thought would happen in Q2 after Q1 might change, and that's okay. New developments might have come up. You might have forged yourself a new space in the industry. So why would you punish yourself for deciding to change your mind when it's really what's best for the brand, for the business, for your team? So, what I found was that I procrastinated a lot with strategic planning because of those two things, right? I was like, this is too many decisions to make at once. Oh my God. And if I make the wrong decision, what happens if it's the wrong decision? What happens if it doesn't make sense anymore? Will I be able to change it? Strategic planning is really a roadmap. It's not a prison. And so you really want to think of it like that. You want to think of it as something that's really going to help your brand grow. And it's a step by step by step, and you're taking it as it comes. The other thing I want you to remember is that more money does not mean doing more things. I say that to say a big mistake I see a lot of people make is when they list out their strategic plan for the year, they have like 25 things that they're trying to accomplish. What I've found that works extremely well for my business is for everyone on the team to be headed in the same direction. I love this analogy. If you have 10 plants, right, and you're using 1 gallon of water or 1 pint of water, y'all, I don't own no plants, so don't judge me. If you have 10 plants and you're using the same quantity of water to water all those plants, somebody is going to not grow, right? Somebody is not going to be able to be nourished, right? So when we think about it, as a team, as a business, having everyone head in the same direction is super, super important. More strategic plans don't mean better strategic plans, because remember, guys, 67% of organizations fail to execute their strategic plans. They say they struggle. They say that's their biggest pain point. And so when you think about what is going to help my team execute things, a shorter list. A shorter list. Not only that, but it'll grow your employee morale. It'll grow your morale as a business leader, because you're like, okay, I see progress. If you give yourself 25 things to do and you only finish 5, you feel pretty crappy, right? Think about it. Now, if you give yourself 5 things to do and you get 4 done, you like, you know what? That's 4 out of 5. That's 80%. That was passing. That was better than passing. That's above average. And so it's all about setting yourself up for success. The other thing I really love about strategic planning, and that has really helped me in my brand, is realizing that luck still means opportunity meeting preparation. Why am I bringing this up? Because when good opportunities come your way, you want to make sure you have time or energy to prepare for them. In my first year of business, I cannot say how many opportunities really just passed me by because I just wasn't ready. I had too much on my plate. I had no space to pivot, to shift, to get ready. I just didn't leave room for myself. Everything was slammed into my schedule. I was doing 1,000 things at once. And so for me, it meant I lost out on a lot of good opportunities. I have found that with strategic planning, not only do I have space for opportunities, but I know when's the right time to take on each opportunity. I can look at my schedule and say, okay, what can we move out and when can we move it out? I can say, okay, what can I put on pause right now to take advantage of this amazing opportunity? And this all is because I don't have to make a lot of decisions on my day to day. I really don't. Most of my brain power is spent on creativity, on innovation, on how can we do this better, faster? How can we do this, provide the same experience, and spend less money? Like, that's where a lot of my brain power gets to go. It gets to go to, oh my gosh, amazing opportunity. How can I integrate this into my schedule? How can I make this make sense for right now? Are we ready for this? Should we do something different? Like, that is really what I found to really just, guys, mind blowing. Like, not only do I experience more business, more leads. Everyone loves that. But if you are an entrepreneur, you know that entrepreneurship can be so stressful. When I tell you guys, I have experienced a new level of just mental clarity. I know exactly what I need to do when I need to do it. Everything seems to flow and make sense. Not only that, I find myself attracting the opportunities that I wanted to go after later in the year. Prime example, using strategic planning, I've been able to book a lot of speaking engagements lately. Speaking engagements is my third focus for the year. But like I said, because I know exactly what I have planned for the year, I know exactly what's important this year, guess what I was able to do? Okay, well, if they're coming in Q1 and they were planned for Q3, then we just did something a little bit earlier, right? So once again, I really was able to set myself up for success just by deciding to make some decisions about my year ahead. And it doesn't mean that I can't change my mind. It doesn't mean that I'm pigeonholed. It doesn't mean that I can only focus on these things. It just means that I'm setting myself up for success. I'm setting myself up for momentum, and honestly, that I'm setting myself up to have open hands when it comes to opportunities coming my way. And so I really hope this was helpful for you guys. Remember, the best thing you can do for your business is make some decisions. Decide what you're going to sell, decide what you're going to market, decide where your operations need to improve, decide where your spend is going to go, and do that in advance. Don't wait until you need to do it, because you probably won't be making the best decision in that moment. When you're under pressure, you don't always make the best decisions. But when you can take a step back with a calm mind, see the whole picture, now you're in a position to really make the best decisions for you, for your business, for your lifestyle, for your team. And that's what we want to do. So, if any of this was interesting to you, then hey, go ahead and jump in on my calendar. All the information is in the bio, in the comments or something like that. You guys know this is my first live. We're going to see where it actually lands, right? So, go ahead and reach directly out to me via DM, or you could click that link and sign up on my form, and we can start working together to get your strategic planning process in the uh you know what I'm saying, y'all. I am completely just done. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Once again, my name is Gabby. I am your favorite luxury brand strategist, and I specialize in helping brands plan, scale, and strategize to get to their next level. If you're interested in strategic planning, go ahead, click the link below or send me a DM if there's no link, because I have no idea how this works. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And if you're interested in having me speak anywhere, feel free to reach out to me. I am now booking speaking for Q2 and Q3. I'm all filled up for Q1. So